Hello, my beautiful family of light. Yes, that means you. This is Claudia, and I'm happy to have you here with me today. I don't know how many of you gals out there, the men will probably want to know this too, were told growing up that you never want to pick up a hitchhiker. Now, you know, I'm an era of growing up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, so it just, you know, whatever reason, it wasn't safe at that time. It may even be less safe now, but I remember a time in the 90s, and actually many times, that I passed by hitchhikers who I wondered, you know, why wouldn't I pick that person up? They look nice. They look like they're, you know, who knows, right? And you do hear stories, so I'm not gonna say that it's an ideal thing to pick up hitchhikers, but what I'm leading up to here is that inner guidance system. In somewhere around 1990, it was in the 90s. I was living in Wyoming at the time, had made a trip into Yellowstone Park, gone up over Dunraven Pass and down into the Lamar Valley, up through Cook City, and was coming back down to Cody, Wyoming via Highway 12 from Cook City. And along that route, there was a kayaker standing on the road hitchhiking. Now, he was about my age, but he had paddles in his hand. And so I stopped to see what was going on. And, you know, it crossed my mind at the time, you really shouldn't stop here, right? It's not safe. But I don't know why I did. I pulled over anyhow, and he said, you know, can you give me a lift to my car? He said, I'm writing a book. I'm kayaking down this river, and I need now to get back up to my car. And I said, sure. And so I gave him a lift up. We had a nice conversation on the way, and I was driving from there back to my home, and it crossed my mind, that thing about, you know, don't pick up hitchhikers. And I thought, you know, this is a really good example of when your intuition is working on your behalf and somebody else's behalf, that you don't need, you can move beyond the fear. In other words, it came up in me, but I had a sense. Just a sense, and it doesn't make sense if you're a logical, linear, rational kind of person like I've been in my life, and I still am, right? But our job is to allow our guidance to come through to us and steer us to the things that are appropriate for us. And those are the kinds of things, in stopping for this particular fellow, that have really led me to kind of, you know, as time goes on, to hone those intuitive sixth sense skills that say, you know, this is okay. And there's Greg Braden has a wonderful little mechanism. He says, take your hand and put it over your heart and just say, is this an appropriate action or thing for me to do? And you'll have a sense that isn't coming from your head, but it's coming from your heart. This says, yeah, this would be fine. So if you're ever in doubt, put your hand over your heart and say, is this in my highest good? Would this be the best possible thing for me to do? Or is it okay to help this individual? Whatever, to move beyond that fear and to begin honing, fine-tuning those intuitive skills that are already present in your life. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, and share. When you do that, it helps this channel to grow, helps me out a lot with the algorithms. And then when you comment, it's even better for me. I like knowing that you enjoyed the content, that you found some value in it, or an application for in your own life and where you're from. Thanks again. I'll see you at the next video. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.